Hey guys, so I'm back, and today I'm going to be explaining Avengers Infinity War in a nutshell. So, if you can't tell already, this is going to have spoilers, so if you haven't watched it yet, you should leave. Unless you're okay with spoilers, then you can stay. So, right off the bat, I should explain kind of the plot of the movie. So, first of all, almost all of the Marvel characters are there, but not some, like Ant-Man, I know isn't there. So, yeah. And then the main plot is this big purple man you see. He wants to kill off half of the universe, but not because he's evil, because he thinks if half of the life forms in the universe die, then the other half will have a happier and more resourceful life. Which is, a very bad way to look at it because, well, basically, the Avengers don't want him to kill off half of life because that means, not only just humans, but also them, too. And it's a pretty big, deal because that's, like, half, like, that could be the decision between you or half, like, you and almost half of your family or half of your family dying. Well, just basically, there's a 50% chance that you'll die, and nobody wants that. And if you don't die, then you know, like, half of your friends just died. So, yeah. And then, enough, explaining the plot. So, at first, you see, Thanos going to Asgard, and kind of, there's just this scene with everybody dead. And he has the first stone, the purple one, the Power Stone, I believe. And he, so, Loki and Thor are there. And then he threatens to kill, what's his name? Thor, if Loki doesn't give him the stone of, I'm not sure what it is. Okay, if he doesn't give him the blue stone, then he'll kill Thor. So, Loki gives in because he doesn't want his brother to die. And then, Loki says, hey, if you want to get the other stones, you're gonna have to go to Earth, and I'm better at Earth than you are. And then, he tries backstabbing him, but Thanos has 2 of the stones, so he easily kills him. And then Thor gets really mad because, well, that's Loki, that's like a main character, and it's also his brother. So, on to the next part. So, after this happens, news goes around, and Doctor Strange and, Captain America, and I think Hulk, they meet up, and in that meetup, they basically explain how Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, so they can't let Thanos get to that, right? And then, so they make up a plan, and then the next scene, Thanos, well, not exactly Thanos, some of Thanos' minions go and attack Doctor Strange and his, other people. So, Hulk can't turn into Hulk, so they rely on Iron Man, and then Spider-Man shows up. So basically then, they got on, Thanos' minions get on this giant spaceship and start escaping with Doctor Strange on board, and they're trying to torture him to give them the Infinity Stone. So, Iron Man, goes onto the ship, and, so Spider-Man wants to come too, but he can't breathe in space, so he goes ahead and Iron Man kinda saves him. He gives him a like iron suit, but it's Spider-Man type. So then Spider-Man, he goes on board, but he didn't, Iron Man doesn't know. He thought he just went back home. So then it cuts to a scene. This is not direct, but it cuts to a scene where the guys in Guardians of the Galaxy meet Thor because he's like almost dead in space. And Thor talks to them about the Infinity Stones, and he explains the Avengers to them. And then there's some, you get introduced to Teenager Groot, which if you haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, then you won't know what I'm talking about. So then Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and Thor, they go to make Thor a new hammer, because if they want to defeat Thanos, they need like an ultimate weapon, like a new Thor hammer. So then, the other members of the Guardians of the Galaxy try to go to where Thanos is going next to stop him. But little do they know, it's too late, and Thanos already has the Reality Stone, but they thought it wasn't too late. So they went through this entire fake battle with him, which is really bad, because Thanos ends up getting the green girl, I don't know her name, on his side, which is really bad because she knows the secret to the Soul Stone. So then it cuts to a scene where Thor and the others meet a giant dwarf guy that makes stuff. He made the Infinity Gauntlet, so he's kind of responsible for this whole thing. And then this isn't really in order anymore because I kind of got this part mixed up. So around this part, they make Thor a hammer, and then it cuts to a scene where the Guardians of the the other members of the Guardians of the Galaxy meet the Avengers, and they think they're Thanos' minions. So there's a huge fight out with them. And then, they explain to them that no, we're the Avengers, and they kind of make up. So then it cuts to a scene where Thanos needs the Soul Stone. So they go try to get it, and he brings the green girl with him, and they find out to get the Soul Stone, Thanos has to give up somebody he loves. And then this is a really emotional part for Thanos, because he has to give up the only person he's ever loved, which is extremely sad. And he starts crying and everything. And then the green girl tries killing herself to make it so that Thanos can't complete the Infinity Gauntlet, but she fails because he has the Reality Stone, and he warps it out of he warps the girl's knife out of reality. And then he basically just throws her off the cliff, which is really makes you want to see Thanos burning and suffering. And then the Avengers have this huge fight out with Thanos, and they eventually get him stuck, and they're trying to take off his Infinity Gauntlet, but it's extremely hard. And then the Star-Lord guy gets really pissed because he finds out that Thanos sacrificed the Green Girl. So he wakes Thanos up because the alien girl was making him go to sleep, so he's weaker. Wakes him up, Thanos pulls back on the Infinity Gauntlet, and then Doctor Strange gives him the Time Stone for some random reason. Well, he finds out that the Time Stone that Doctor Strange was wearing was actually a fake. So he goes and he asks Doctor Strange for the real one, and he gives it to him for some reason. And then there's a scene with Black Panther and his entire nation of people, and that's really cool. Sorry for the background noise, hold on. Okay, sorry, that was a cop car. So basically there's this, so the robot Vision has an Infinity Stone embedded in him. So basically then the other members of Thanos' army go and try to get it, but there's this giant dome thingy guarding the city. So they end up having such a strong army that they can break into Black Panther's city thing. and they realize that the army's gonna go all the way around Black Panther's domes thing so that they can surround them. So only a couple of them can get through because it basically burns them alive. But some do survive. So they realize that if they go all the way around, they'll all get in. Well, a lot of them will get in, and they'll not be able to kill them all in time. So then they decide to unlock the door or the front part of the dome, and they have an all-out war, which is really cool. And then they end up losing, and so the Vision guy's kind of girlfriend tries destroying Vision so that Thanos can't get the final Infinity Stone. But then it happens. But then Thanos does have the Time Stone, so he rewinds time. This makes you want him to burn again. And then he kind of just brutally murders Vision for this stone. This guy's absolutely freaking merciless, and he claims that he's giving mercy. So then, now that he has all the stones, he can kind of just snap, and then half of all of the universe dies. Kind of, sad. And then you're like, oh, well, I mean, they're obviously gonna solve it, because that's how all of the movies end. And then, like, half of the entire Avengers die, like, Spider-Man dies, what's his name? I'm not sure. I think, what's his name? Oh, the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. dies. But that's after the credits. But yeah, Groot dies. A whole bunch of people die. It's really sad. And this is also the source for, like, all the memes from Infinity War. So, yeah. And then, so, now that you think that everything's gonna be A-okay, Thanos goes and meets with the Green Girl in, like, heaven or whatever. Although it's, like, kind of a flashbacky thing. And then he goes to watch a sunset. And then, bada bing, bada bang, the credits roll in, and the movie's over. And it really makes you think that they actually brought themselves to make a movie like this. I'm really proud of Marvel, honestly, because most of the time the movies just end in, hooray, the superheroes saved the day, let's go on till the next movie that's exactly like this. But this is not like that, and I appreciate that. So, overall, I'd give this movie around a 7.5 out of 10. Actually, I'll give it a 8.5, because it's a really good movie. Can't give it a 9, though, because 9 is, like, the level of, like, it speaks to you. But overall, really good movie, and I liked the ending. It was a bit out of the ordinary. And I heard there's going to be part 2, so I'm definitely going to watch that, because that's definitely going to end with a happy ending. It might not, though. So, yeah, it's a really good tactic that pulls in the audience to have to watch the next part and spend double the money. So, yeah, if you haven't watched Infinity War yet, I suggest you do. And also, while you're at it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.